हेलो एंड वेलकम। टुडेस टॉपिक इज अबाउट डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द स्केलेटल सिस्टम इन फीटस। आज हम बात करेंगे माँ के पेट के अंदर जो बच्चा बड़ा हो रहा है उसके शरीर में हड्डियां कैसे बनते हैं। स्केलेटल सिस्टम कंसिस्ट ऑफ टू थिंग, वन इज बोन एंड अदर इज कार्टिलेज। Combinedly we are getting, combinedly with this bone and cartilage we are getting two types of skeletal system. One is axial skeleton and there is appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton means our skull, ribs, sternum and the entire vertebra, and rest of the bones of the entire body are comes under appendicular skeleton, like every bones of the upper limb, lower limb along with the pelvic bones. मेरे कहने का मतलब ये है कि हमारे शरीर में जो स्केलेटल सिस्टम है, कंकाल तंत्र, ये बनता है दो चीजों से, पहले आपका हड्डी, दूसरा आपका कार्टिलेज। अब ये दोनों को मिला के हम अपने शरीर में दो तरह का स्केलेटन मिलता है, एक है आपका एक्सियल, दूसरा आपका एपेंडिकुलर। एक्सियल माने हमारा ये खोपड़ी का हड्डी, खोपड़ी में जितने तरह का हड्डी है, फिर रीढ़ की हड्डी, फिर पिंजरे का जो हड्डी है, फिर स्टर्नम, और ये चार चीजों को छोड़ के पूरे शरीर में जितने सारे हड्डियां हैं सब कुछ एपेंडिकुलर के अंडर में आते हैं। जैसे हमारे अपर लिम, लोअर लिम, हाथ में जितने सारे हड्डियां हैं, पैर में जितने सारे हड्डियां हैं, फिर कमर में मतलब पेल्विक हड्डियां, पेल्विक बोन्स, ये सब कुछ, और हमारा ये क्लेविकल, ये सब कुछ एपेंडिकुलर में अंडर में आते हैं। ठीक है। नाउ द एंटायर स्केलेटल सिस्टम डेवलप्स फ्रॉम द इंट्राएम्ब्रियोनिक मेसोडर्म, and in my earlier videos of this embryonic development I told you that this intraembryonic mesoderm later it's divided into three parts. One is lateral plate mesoderm, intermediate mesoderm and paraxial mesoderm. Now this paraxial mesoderm again divided into two parts. One is pre-otic part and another is post-otic part. From the pre-otic part unsegmented somatomeres develops, and from the post-otic part segmented somatomeres appears. Now what are these segmented and unsegmented somatomeres? Now these somatomeres I already told about in my earlier videos, which later converts into somites, and day after day these segmented and unsegmented somatomeres go to their designated part, and there it converts into dermatome and sclerotome. From the dermatome we are getting the dermis part of the skin, and from the sclerotome we are getting the adjacent muscles and the bones. Okay, now you have to know about how cartilage forms. Now first point, cartilage develops from the mesenchymal cells. Okay, what happens? First of all, the area where the cartilage will form, there all the mesenchymal cells are goes together or unites together, forms a bundle. We call it mesenchymal condensation, and within few weeks, due to some genetic factors and chemical factors, this mesenchymal cell converts into chondroblast. मतलब कुछ जेनेटिक फैक्टर्स और केमिकल फैक्टर्स होते हैं, वो हम आगे बात करेंगे। तो इन सब कुछ के रहने की वजह से ये मेसेंकिमल सेल का जो कंडेंसेशन था वो कुछ हफ्तों में कॉन्ड्रोब्लास्ट में बदल जाता है। ठीक है। अब ये कॉन्ड्रोब्लास्ट के अंदर धीरे धीरे इंटरसेलुलर मैट्रिक्स जाके जमा होता है, और ये कॉन्ड्रोब्लास्ट कुछ महीनों में ये कॉन्ड्रोसाइट में बदल जाता है। ठीक है। व्हाट आई मीन इज इनसाइड ऑफ द कॉन्ड्रोब्लास्ट slowly intercellular matrix gets deposits, and within few months this chondroblast converts into chondrocyte. Now depending on the type and the amount of the intercellular matrix inside of the chondrocytes, this chondrocytes ultimately divides into or modifies into three types of cartilage. One is hyaline cartilage, another is elastic cartilage, another is fibrocartilage, and the remaining mesenchymal cells surrounding this newly formed cartilage are known as perichondrium. Now you have to know about that how bones develops in our body. Bones develops from the mesoderm, except the face bones, because every bones of this face develops from the neural crest, and the process of the formation of the bones is known as ossification. मेरे कहने का मतलब ये है कि हड्डियां कैसे बनते हैं। हड्डियां बनते हैं हमारे मेसोडर्म से, सिवाय हमारे मुंह के हड्डियों से। मुंह में हमारे जितने तरीके का हड्डी है वो सब कुछ बनता है न्यूरल क्रेस्ट से। अब मेसोडर्म क्या है, न्यूरल क्रेस्ट क्या है, ये सब कुछ मैंने पुराने वीडियो में बात कर चुका हूँ। और जिस प्रोसेस में, मतलब जिस पद्धति से या जिस प्रक्रिया से हमारे शरीर में हड्डियां बनता है, उस प्रोसेस या फिर पद्धति को हम कहते हैं ossification. Now these ossifications are mainly two types. One is intramembranous and another is cartilaginous. Now first of all, intramembranous ossification, as you can see in this photo and in this chart. See, this mesenchymal cell condense. Okay, after condensation it forms spindle shaped fibroblast, and from this spindle-shaped fibroblast our fibrous membrane originates, and slowly this fibroblast differentiates or converts into osteoblast, and this osteoblast falls in the matrix. Matrix deposition occurs, and slowly it forms uncalcified bone without calcium, premature and soft bone, which is also known as osteoid. And within few weeks, slowly calcium also deposits in this intracellular matrix, and this osteoid converts into calcified bones. Now, after calcification of the bone, remaining osteoblasts are also trapped inside. Deep inside there are few osteoblasts present. Now, this osteoblast connects with adjacent osteoblast. This osteoblast converts into osteocytes, and due to the presence of osteocyte, collagen bundles runs multidirectional way. This side, zigzag way, and forms a oven appearance. Now lots and lots of our osteocytes are get trapped inside, and slowly you are getting layers of calcium deposition, which leads ultimately formation of bony canaliculi, and this entire system we call it Haversian system. And then this bone goes into remodeling. This newly formed bone goes into thorough deposition and reabsorption of calcium. And by doing this again and again, within few months it ultimately comes into the shape. Now you have to know about the endochondral ossification, or which is also known as cartilaginous ossification. What happens? By the name you already know that you have to build the cartilage first. How? All the steps I talked about just few minutes ago. So after formation of the perichondrium, the inside cartilage, due to the presence of few genetic materials and chemicals, this cartilage gets into hypertrophy. The size of this cartilage gets increased slowly, and it releases or secretes a special type of enzyme known as alkaline phosphatase. For this, calcium gets inside of this cartilaginous matrix, and for this reason chondrocyte loses their nutritional source, and slowly this chondrocyte dies and dries, forms primary areolae. Now adjacent perichondrial vessels gets inside of this dead cell and try to gives its nutrition. Along with this perichondrial vessel, osteogenic cells also gets inside and forms new types of bone, and that we call it periosteal bud formation. And this periosteal buds slowly removes the calcium barrier from the matrix, and it creates a large cavity, which is also known as secondary areolae. And after these, osteogenic cells creates slowly gelatinous matrix along the wall of the secondary areolae, and this newly formed mass is also calciumless. We call it again osteoid, and that intracellular matrix slowly converts into intercellular lamella, or the lamella of the bone, and one by one osteoblast keeps adding on the layer, lamellar layer, one layer over the another, one lamella over the another lamella. So that's how it forms trabecular meshwork, and within newly formed lamellar layer, few osteoblasts also get trapped inside, and then again it converts into osteocyte. Now these multiple lamellar layers, or the portion together, we call it trabecular bone or trabecular meshwork of the bone. So that's how our cartilaginous, endochondral ossification and our intramembranous ossification occurs. And in our next video I will talk about how our axial skeleton develops. So this is the basic way how bones and cartilage develop. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.